I'm very excited to be able to talk to the community of practice. That's something that we've been mentioning in European papers over the past few months and years already, and I'm very curious to see what it will look like in practice. I don't think I need to tell you, but just a few figures, because it continues to be impressive. 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by the oceans. The European Union, has a coastline of 55,000 kilometers. That is longer than the coast of Russia, which has 37,000, and the United States, which is 19,000 or 20,000. The European Union has the largest exclusive economic zone in the world, if you combine the EEZ of all its member states. 40% of the EU population live in coastal areas. The ocean holds 80% of all life forms. And there is estimates that around a quarter of CO2 emissions that we humans have generated and that are generating each year is absorbed by the oceans. The oceans have been taking in a lot. They have acted as a buffer, but they are starting to reach their limits, and we are seeing that everywhere. The OECD has estimated that by 2030, the turnover of the blue economy could amount to 1 trillion euros. I will stop here, but that's just a few figures to set the scene of what we are actually talking about. Transitioning to a sustainable blue economy means we need to manage the space better. We need to find space for new activities, and whenever we do use space, we need to make the most of it, and of course preserve biodiversity and nature. As our Commissioner says, when it comes to the seas and oceans, the environment is the economy. And that is something that is very important for all the activities that we have. If we look at how fisheries, for example, have evolved, especially in the North Sea and in the North Atlantic over the past years, they have been driven towards more and more sustainability. They have reached a level for many stocks that we are fishing at the maximum sustainable yield. And at the same time, the profits of the European fleet in these areas have gone up. So there is a possibility to reconcile sustainability and economic growth. This is not yet the case in all European sea basins. There are certainly examples where it's not going so well, but that's another encouragement that we need to work on this. And since 2018, we have published an annual report on the blue economy. In the EU, this means 4.5 million jobs, 650 billion euros of turnover, and 176 billion gross value added. This was in 2018, before the pandemic. This is the figures of the 2021 report. And the political context has also changed. We have the 2030 agenda of the United Nations with the Sustainable Development Goals. And we have the European Green Deal. The European Green Deal calls for a complete, sustainable transformation of the European Union's economy. And the blue economy should be no exception to that. Our Commissioner has said, it's the Commissioner for Oceans, Fisheries and the Environment, there is no green without blue. So the blue economy is part of the solution.